Hi, this is Michael Lane at Evidence for Faith. I have something exciting to offer you today. On February 27th, starting at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will be offering our first ever live Q&A event on our YouTube channel. Now, this will be a 2-hour event where I will be answering some questions, our most frequently asked questions about the Bible, how it relates to everyday Christian living, how it relates to archaeology, how it relates to science. If you have your own questions and you're just dying to ask me, you can send them in ahead of time to info@evidenceforfaith.org, or you could submit them during the event by asking them in the comments section. We hope to see you there. Hello and welcome to Evidence for Faith. It's your host, Michael Lane, joining you again with one of our Devos by the Seashore as we are continuing in this series of devotions that you can take with you and listen to by the seashore, or if you're sitting in a closed-in room and you really are missing the seashore, you can sit and listen and maybe it'll help you paint an image in your mind of being at the beach. So, in today's lesson, which is entitled No-see-ums at the Shore, let's get into this. Now, just to be honest with you, I love lying on the beach. I love listening to the soft waves as they splash on the sandy shore. Oh, I love this. More than once, I've actually fallen asleep lying right on the beach in that situation. And during the sunny day, when the daylight hours are there and it's nice and warm, it's very relaxing. But as evening falls and it starts, the sun sets, it's sometimes not so relaxing. Why, you may ask? It's because of the no-see-ums that sometimes come out at night, and they come out to bite and to feed on human flesh. And I'm not talking vampires or zombies here. No, this is something natural and real. For instance, let me tell you a story. I remember once, soon after my wife and I were married, now this is when we were living in the Bahamas, we took our boat out to a deserted island for a romantic evening. It was a calm day, so we packed some food, and I brought my spear because the plan was for me to get there on the island with my wife and for me to go out and spear our dinner. Denise would be, which she often did this, we would have her go around and collect driftwood. She would build a fire on the beach and then just lay down on the towel waiting for me to bring in the catch that would be our dinner. Well, on this one particular time, I'm thinking, I speared a couple of crawfish and then brought them up to the shore, and she had everything prepared with the campfire like right there and our beach towels sitting around, and we both sat down and we cooked them, and we just enjoyed our time together on this totally deserted island and this beautiful beach. Laying there for a long time after dinner, though, the sun began to set. As the sun was setting, we decided, should we go back or should we just lay here? And we decided, it's so perfect out. Let's just lay here on the beach, watch the sun set totally, and then let's head back as it starts to get dark here. Well, once the sun began to set, Denise began to exclaim that something was biting her arms or her legs. I felt nothing in the soft breeze and couldn't see anything, yet she kept complaining. I kept looking. I don't see a thing. I felt nothing. I was so puzzled as there's no mosquitoes around. This was not mosquito season. What was going on? Finally, she'd had enough. She stood up, grabbed her towel and other materials and started heading towards the boat saying, I'm done with this. I'm going to go back home. I was puzzled and not sure if she was indeed getting bit. But anyway, packed up our stuff. We boarded our boat and started to return to our island. Well, still far off, when we're out at sea, she said that whatever was biting her was gone now. So I just cut the engine, and we just started drifting in the ocean in the twilight before heading back into port. I still remember that the sky was a dark blue, getting darker and darker with a deep reddish glow over the horizon. If you can picture that, oh, I love that type of a view. When we finally arrived back in the port, under the lights of the dock, I was amazed when Denise said, just look at my arms and legs. She was covered in red welts, the result of no-see-ums biting her. I counted over 50 welts on just one leg alone. Amazingly, I didn't have any, not one. So I guess she tastes sweeter than me. Those of you who know her, you're probably saying, oh yes, I'm sure she does. Anyway, what began as a romantic peaceful, relaxing evening on a deserted beach turned into a nightmare for her. You know, sometimes our plans just don't materialize like we intend. It doesn't matter if you're living on a beautiful island or if you're in a skyscraper apartment in a major city. Things often don't go as planned. Oh, you can prepare all you want, but there's this thing called Murphy's Law, which, if you know it, it reads, anything that can go wrong will go wrong, often at the most inconvenient time. And many times Murphy's Law, it prevails. As I reflect on this time, I'm reminded that when God created Adam and Eve, there were no no-see-ums. There were no biting or blood-sucking insects to bother them. There were no diseases. There were no catastrophes to spoil their perfect environment. What was there? There was peace. There was beauty. There was God. They had plenty to eat, wonderful company to enjoy, in such a beautiful setting. But then Satan entered the environment and everything changed. Eve was deceived. Adam knowingly and willfully sinned against God. This altered all of God's creation. The entire cosmos has now been altered. Predator-prey relationships developed here. Some harmless insects that were possibly designed to pollinate flowers and other type of plants now became biting, blood-sucking, and disease-causing insects. Illness pops up, and it's all around. Depression comes, fear comes, disasters come, death now entered man's world. Do you understand? This was not God's plan, though we often blame him for it. It was not his plan. Man disregarded God's commands, and pride came before the fall. This was man's choice. We brought it on, yet we blame God. It wasn't God, it was us. As Paul writes in Romans 8:22, we know that all creation has been groaning with the pains of childbirth up to present time. And what Paul's referring to is the fall that happened in Genesis chapter 3. Yes, as you recline on the beach, if you're there at a beach right now looking at what appears to be an ideal, tranquil zone, looks can be deceiving. Even as you look out over the sea, beneath the waves, fish are preying upon other fish. That wasn't part of the original creation. Crabs are devouring a life that has already ended. Death has now come. Parasites are causing illness and stress. Animals now live in fear and are hiding to prevent from being consumed by other fallen nature and creatures and stuff, which is all caused by sin. Many people are afraid even to enter the water for fear of getting stung or becoming a meal of some ocean creature. Every year I hear students on our marine biology trip tell me that, I'm afraid to go in the ocean. Sharks are in there. I'm afraid I'll get eaten. This is all part of the fall. This was not God's plan. And even above the surface of the sea, such as lying there on the beach, one gets bit. These no-see-ums can make your vacation time here absolutely dreadful. But they come out, if you notice, they come out of hiding during the daytime when it starts to get dark. As the sun leaves, they come out. Once the sun appears and its warmth wraps your body again, these agents of pain flee again. Isn't it interesting to view these no-see-ums that are a result of the fall and how they can represent evil and sin? Because once the sun comes, like the Son of God, sin disappears. But when the sun is gone, sin comes back. Once the sun comes forth, these no-see-ums flee. Isaiah wrote in chapter 2, verse 5, a good lesson for us all. Let us walk in the light of the Lord. Because when you're in the light, when you're in the sunlight, those no-see-ums generally are not around. How interesting that is. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little lesson here, and as you contemplate what we've just talked about, I hope this has really meant something to you. And if it has, please let us know about it. Go to our website. You can contact us. If you're listening, you can, on one of the devices, you can subscribe. We love to hear from you. Love to have your subscriptions for our website and stuff in our YouTubes, because that really helps our ministry very, very much. So until we meet again, take care, and may God bless.